Good evening. Welcome to another edition of African Americans Ain't African, the Think Show that proves without a shadow of a doubt that the so called African American didn't find his and her way to America in the trunk of a ship. I'm your host, the Indigenous One. You know, I started teaching at this school, second grade, and one of the things about these kids is that they're highly intelligent. They know they know things that my mama don't know. Highly intelligent. And all I see are the parents have these looks on their face like, what do I do? They don't know what to do because that old paradigm, that shuffling, I love Mazza, all that stuff that the African American is used to doing, that stuff ain't going no more. It ain't happening no more. And for the parents or the custodians of these kids, you're going to have to meet them head on. And this is what this little piece is about tonight. I'm not going to be long. I'm not going to rant or rave because most of y'all know this stuff. But I just want to put it out there for the class that I have. So that I know you have to look, you can't look at yourself by what somebody else calls you. This is what gets me about the indigenous people here in America. Anybody can call you anything, then get you to call yourself that. I mean, damn. Never think about it, just do it. This is how most people who call themselves Black, African American, Christian do. They haven't even came up with a definition for themselves. They even came up with a definition for themselves, a culture for themselves, a calendar for themselves, a way to measure time is always on somebody else's dime. So you can't teach these kids this type bullshit. If you do, you're going to be in big trouble. So did you see the thing? And this is how dumb it's gotten. So they sent a rocket into space to crash into a meteor. For real, cuz? And we're supposed to believe that. Hello to everybody. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I just want to get this to some youngsters, so they because they got a clue about it, but I want to give it to them in another way where they can see it. So check this out. So what you know is Black people, African Americans, whatever they call themselves. Those terms and names have been given to them by somebody else. That's what I mean about they don't never come up with a way to measure themselves on the planet. It's always at somebody else's feet. And that's damn near 99% of the Negroes living and breathing right now. If I'm lying, any of y'all tell me I'm lying, I'll stop. You can't be bullshitting these kids. You can't be bullshitting them. So, what you see here is a picture of a Black guy. Now, this is a real Black guy because his face is black. When you're dealing with Negroes, they'll call themselves black, but their face won't look like that. It'll be a reddish color, brown. I don't even know the color because it only comes in on them. You don't put yourself under the cloak of a color and live your life through that. What you doing? What you doing? So this guy now, most people call themselves black, black queen, black king. So this is what they're calling themselves. If I say, yo, man, how are you black, but your hair is darker than your face? I don't know. It's always that. You can't put the kids in that position. You can't put the kids in that position because right now America is being overran. Overran. I know all black towns, their whole lawn service is Hispanic now. Hello? Hello? Are we checking it out? I said you have all black towns in the South, their cities, their major cities, the cutting the grass, trimming the trees, all that stuff, that's being doled out to foreign corporations, foreign people. And we don't even know how to supply ourselves with fresh water. You can't teach these kids this dumb shit that you've been taught. So this cat calls himself black. Now, with the term black, it's a negative term. It's a term that doesn't have anything to do with nothing. Yet we live our lives under this cloak. You can put thief there. You can put savage there. You can put any negative word and it'll stick to that. And this is what we carry around. Not, I mean, see, the thing that gets me is you're not even color black, but you call yourself that. Is that a mind fuck or what? Seriously. Eh, how did that mind, how do we fall for that? How do we keep falling for that? Well, okay, well, you call yourself what you are. Hey, that's why we say, do your genealogy. What did your folks call themselves? What are the towns that they came from? Who were they? I don't know. That's what you hear most of the time. I'm talking about who were they? Who were they in the 1840s? Who were they in the 1790s? Who are your people? Who are they? Who were they before outsiders start influencing them? Let's say that. Who are your people before they were influenced by foreign powers? I mean, aren't these questions that we should be knowing fluidly? We don't even talk about them. Don't teach these kids these things. Don't tell these kids no dumb shit. So this not if this is not bad enough, and to me this is bad as you can get. You've never seen a black person. There's no such thing as a black person. Yet millions refer to themselves as that. But that ain't the problem. That ain't the problem at all. Here's the problem. And what I'm saying is, we come on, y'all. I mean, really. I mean, we looking bad. We looking bad. We looking bad. So this is the term black. And this is what I'm saying. We got to get to this part. We're trying to get to this part. Somebody just call you something. You just take it, snatch it out the air like a dog snatching a frisbee and carry it around with you your whole life. You see what it mean? You see what it mean? You see what it mean? To become pale, to turn white, to bleach, to lighten, to flash. It is remarkable that black, bleak, and bleach are all radically one word. The primary sense seems to be pale, wan, or swallow. Now, this is a older dictionary, like a 1800s dictionary. So the word from the 1800s to now, the word is going to flip. The definition is going to flip because just like you see here, these are in different countries. Saxon, you know, Sweden, look at uh, Denmark, you know, they let you know the Danes, they called it that. It's letting you know who called it, where was the word used, what did they mean by the word. And now you have all these people that I just named, they're over here controlling you with a word, right? So now check out what Miss Vicky say. See, this is what I like. You got to ask questions, man. What? So what? Check this out. And this is simple. So what I want to know is how we going to get these foreigners off our land. You don't know how, Vicky? Hawkeye just said it. Stop giving them all your shit. Let's try with that. We look dumb when we say we have millionaires, but all you can buy with the money is stuff from him. You don't produce your own money. They looking out for foreigners more than they looking out for you. They tell you to your face that your water in Mississippi is shit, yet spending all this money bringing all these foreign over here. And this is what they do to you. And then what the Negro do? What the Negro do? What you want to fight? You you don't even produce a slingshot. Matter of fact, your problem started when you start getting his guns. Are you familiar with the term buffalo soldiers? A war. Where are you going to get your weapons? Where are you going to get all these people together? What you call Black, Negro, African American, Black Christian, Black Muslim. Uh, I can go for another 20 minutes. we've broken down ourselves into such small fragments. Unity eludes us. That's all I see is us treating each other like shit, right or wrong, right or wrong, right or wrong. It's, it's like the brother said, boycott their ass. Stop sticking your tongue down they throat every time you see them. Let's try that. Let's try that. I'm talking about with everybody because you don't see, because you look at yourself as black. Remember, since you look at yourself as black, you don't see nothing. And that's what you become, nothing. That's what they trained you to be. All you can be is the star of his show, right or wrong. That's all you can be. And they got you so stupid, they'll tell you somebody make $50 million a year, like we not supposed to know that he gets taxed 20 half of that. So you make 25, but you tell us 50. Why? So you will worship them more. This is how you're dealt with. I didn't know that. Yeah, this is how you're dealt with. This is how black people are dealt with, like they're nothing. But let's get off this. So black, you see what you see what black means. But I want to show you some other things about it that I mean we should really pay attention to this. So when you get down here to the bottom, it starts giving you example of what the word means. So of the color of night, destitute of light. Now remember, Statue of Liberty, Prometheus, all of these light bearers is in their culture because the bringer of light allows the people to see. You destitute of light. And you wear it like a Batman cape, darkened by clouds, black with clouds, sullen, having a cloudy look or countenance. Shakespeare. This is what I'm saying. This is their culture. This is the literature and stuff that they write. This is what they read. This is their culture. You know what our culture is? Black. Where do you get anything out of black? But we won't talk about it. We'll get mad. We'll lie. You know how it is. Atrociously wicked, horrible as a black deed, dismal, mournful, calamitous. So when you refer to yourself as black, call your mama black, you have a baby, you say he black. This is the weight you put on your shoulders. This is the weight we put on our shoulders. I mean, we happily do it. We la 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 la. We I have seen a brother attack another brother because the brother told him he wasn't black. And the reason the brother started to fight because he was looking like an asshole in front of everybody. So he had to do something, and that's what he could come up with. This is African American. So you're not black, you're not a color. You're whatever whatever rays you pulling from the sun, that's you, homie. Stop looking at it. Somebody's telling you something and you accept what they tell you. That ain't you. That's what they say you are. And once they could get you to accept their definition of reality, if they can get you to, you know, accept it, and not only accept it, call yourself what they tell you to call yourself, you will be their bitch forever. You understand that? That's why I say it's um with your genealogy. Your genealogy. Who are your people? Who are your people? And if you look at the people who call themselves Black, African American, if you look at those people, you'll see some of the coldest people ever to this day. Teach your kids who they are, what they are, who they come from, what part of the earth are they connected to. So the problem with and the last problem with calling yourselves Black is this: the outside of your body is not you. It's just the meat suit that you wear, like an astronaut suit that you wear while you here on Earth. Many of you already know that. What's really you, truly you, is on the opposite side of Black. See, Black don't breathe. All those organs in there that control the function of everything you do. That's who you are, right? Your great grandmama fed your great grandmama, or your great grandmama. Your great great fed your great. What were they eating? What minerals did they pick up? Why is Negro plasma in such high demand? It's in such high demand, it's criminal, and you hear nothing about it. Everything that your ancestors passed down to you, you have it by default. You already got it. We're not paying attention to that. We don't give a shit about that. We want the bling. We always want what somebody else got. We always want to be looking in somebody else's pot and not even recognizing yours. Not even recognizing yours. So everybody knows, let's say you got to throw up. Everybody that's threw up. Is that Black making that happen? No. Is you saying stop drinking all that shit, stop eating all that, and don't put that shit in here. Black ain't got nothing to do with that. Black just reacting to that. When you get an idea, when you would come up with an idea, if it's to get your mom some flowers or buy whatever, do something nice for somebody, that's you. That ain't Black. When them lungs are getting filled, that ain't Black. That's you doing it. when your gallbladder, when it's time to have all that gristle and bone and all the crap we eat, your gallbladder supplies that, or supplies some of the ingredients to break that down. That's you. That's you. Not black, not Moor, not Hebrew. That's you. You got diarrhea? You got diarrhea? And you just, hey, that's you. The problem is we don't spend no time checking out these gifts that you have. We just focus on this stuff that everybody got, but nobody got you. Or do they? What Sly and the Family Stone say? Those of y'all who get with that. I know many of y'all don't know who that is. Ask your grandmamas about Sly and the Family Stone. It'll change your life. How come we don't pay attention to this? How come we don't pay attention to the stuff that makes us go? Hmm? Hmm? How come we don't pay attention to these things? Our hearts. Our hearts. I just passed by a brother who was standing on the corner. He had the biggest titties I had ever seen in my life. Chicken, all these hormones, all this fast. And when I say fast, it takes it out the normal growth cycle. See, you can't eat. See, Hawkeye says it's all connected. It's all connected. You can't eat watermelon without seeds. Why? Yeah. Yeah, Bertha, brother, seriously. It was and it's the diet. I mean, you really, and you know what I think? I think it's like they're trying to bury the people from the inside out. You get a person who's one of these druggies, who's on medication, they won't shit. They won't shit. That shit will back up in your body and you will suffocate from the inside out. You think if you go to Vegas, if you go on a cruise, you really think that's food? I mean, some of you might. I mean, okay, do you, boo? Really? You know they're 3D printing food now, right? Hey, on social media, go look it up. And this is going around like wildflower. I mean, wildfire now. I've been knowing it for a while. They've been sharing it too, but the places in Europe, most of the food that's eaten here is outlawed over there. It's not food. Seedless grapes. How do you grow that? What did it grow from? What is it missing? What is it missing when it doesn't have a seed? Could it compromise your immune system? Are we ever thinking about that? This is you. This is the real you right here. All these organs right here, if one of them hiccup right now, you'd have a problem. You'd have a problem. But you don't give no worries to that. You give those worries to Black Queen, Black King. And then if you ask them about it to explain it, they'll want to kick your ass. This is where we are. So when you talking to these young ones, because one thing about young people is cool is when you tell them something, they'll grow up with it. When you tell a kid something, I mean, it can be something they learned when they was 6 years old. They grow up with it, no matter what it is you tell them. So you can't be BSing them at all. Because when they find out different, and they will find out because they're asking, like you did, you had questions. You kept asking them until you got an answer. Don't put these kids in a position, don't have them confused in the position that you put them in. Because everybody wants to be you. Everybody's going to try to knock you off your throne. You going to let them? See, we'll never talk about that. We'll never talk about the reality of the future. What is the future going to hold? What are we going to be doing in the future? You know, when you go to these colleges, when you go to these, I mean, anywhere, what's being talked about? The return of Jesus? For real, cuz? Seriously. Seriously. You giving Jesus how long? 200 years at least? You still with that? This what that's what you're gonna hand off to your kids? That's what you're gonna have them believe. That's cold, cuz. That's cold. Don't get out of here and your kids thinking these people can shoot an asteroid out of the clouds. Don't have your kids believe that. Now, this right here is the gallbladder. And those little rocks you see in there are stones. Now, the purpose of the gallbladder is that when you munching on the food, the gallbladder releases a, a liquid called bile, and it helps break down, just kind of like a blender, just making it more liquidy so you can poop it out on its way to be pooped out. That's what the bile does. I mean, that's what the gallbladder does. It releases bile to help break down into the digestion of the stuff that you're about to shit out. So if you look at a skeletal or the human body on the inside, they'll have it. You'll be able to point it out. Go through those organs and find out what they do, and teach your kids what they do. They they will eat different. What's good for them? What are the foods that will gonna go through your body? You're gonna get those vitamins and minerals out, and you're gonna poop it out. It don't stay in your body no 6, 7, 8 days. You eat it, you get rid of it, right? Simple. But this food is made with all kind of glue, flour, stuff that just sticks to it. Ugh, has no nutritional value for your body. None. And when you get so full of that stuff, what happens? Some of that stuff is not even supposed to be in your body. And it starts to form little pebbles inside of your body. And I'm sure everybody heard of gallstone. Those stones stop up the ducts so the bile can get to help you mash down the food. So it's like if you ever boo boo and it hurts. I mean, it's like the turd is coming out at 180 degrees. It's not coming straight out. It's coming out on. It hurts that bad. Those gall that gall that gallbladder is stopped up. See, these are things we gotta know. I mean, we have to know this, right? Yeah, but we don't know, don't care. I can do what I want to do, nigga. You don't tell me what to do. That's how it is. So we're gonna go ahead and shut it down here. But I just want you to remember about the body. Take care of it. All this shit you hear in the cellophane bag, that's another way to get you, the way bags and stuff are made. Because remember, you're black. You don't think on your own, you do what somebody orders you to do. Isn't that what black people do? Huh? Yeah, yeah. But they do it, but pretend like they don't do it. And that's that getting into that lying stuff, and don't teach these children that, because we're at a point where a lot of the uh parents and the grandparents and a lot of people, they didn't do what they were supposed to do. They built another man's empire on their land, and now they're looking like, so I got mine, so what? You can't teach your children the same thing. You see what's happening now, right or wrong? I mean, I'm not on here to lie and bullshit you guys, because uh I mean, I see the handwriting on the wall. And there's many people that do. Things ain't the same. So I suggest we look at it another way. Look at ourselves another way, not by what somebody else says you are. Because what if you do what they say, you're gonna be what they want you to be. And I don't want that for anybody, especially those that are just starting out in life. You have a mind. You can think. You can come up with things that's not even possible. That's what's been shut down and going on all these years. And like I said earlier, all we want to be the star of somebody else's show. So find out where your people are from, find out who they are, go back as far as you can. Um, a young lady emailed me tonight. She was like, "Well, what about dreams?" I'm like, "Baby, you don't have to be asleep to dream. You 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 doing that in the daytime. You you can pick up an electromagnetic spectrum that most people can't. You can pick up light that somebody can't, and others can pick up light that you can't. That's how they play these games on you. Watch what you put in your mouths. Watch what you put in your mouths. The sister said earlier, how we gonna get it back? S- s- why are we everybody's friend? Why are we always trying to snuggle up with everybody? What's that? Start depending on yourself. Start depending on yourselves. If you're not in it, it's not gonna work. That's why they always trying to put a face. They need your face to advertise with. Aunt Jemima, Uncle Ben, those were advertising. Good old uncle. You want that rice gonna make your belly feel good. Seriously? You got uh, deep south. Mexicans got their own supermarkets. When you ask where the Negroes when are, they want to fight. Seriously. So this is where we are. And thinking that I don't get what we're thinking about. I'm saying as a group of people, there's millions out there who are independent thinkers. I myself is one. The problem lies is that we're so spread out and far away from each other. Shouldn't I mean all of the everybody knows what's going on in Jackson, Mississippi. You barely hear anything about what's going on. Not just in Mississippi, but every other city east of Mississippi. All these pipes are bad. Iron pipes on houses built 200 years ago. Really, we haven't used our ingenuity to go in these towns, the towns that we once occupied. Huh? So is that possible? Is that possible with the African American? No, it's not. Because what they're trying to do now is get you to pay them reparations for their people dying, trying to save you. This is what's going on now. This is what's going on now. They're saying that you owe them reparations because the Africans were selling you. I'm talking about the people who call themselves African America, the Kunta Kintes. Yeah, they said the African put you on a cage on the beach and sell you. The African kings owe you money, owe them money. So you know you ain't getting paid. That's what's happening to you. This is the reality. Now I know you Kunta gonna come and say, It ain't happening like that. Dude, they're not giving you nothing. They're not giving you nothing. You're going to have to be smarter than they were. And that's it. So until then, you're not going to build no planes. You're not going to do it with the guns because that's not your vibration. Get some genealogy done. Find out those people in your family that connect you to something, to some part of life. You got uncles, you got aunts, you got cousins, you got kin. Find your folks, y'all. They're going to be some of the coolest people that you've ever met. Yeah, but they're not going to leave it because they're not going to leave it copper color lifestyle because we don't want it. Who in their right mind, if you went to India right now, do you think you could do over in India what they do over here? They wouldn't allow it. You think you can go to their shrines and their churches and their Taj Mahals? You think you can go over to the Russian churches and their places of worship and do over there what they do over here? Look at yourselves for who you are. You're not what other people say you are. You're what your ancestors created. Thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. We'll see you next time. Peace.